this afternoon's ceremony, learned many things while you were at KSU. But most importantly, you gained the courage and the dedication to make your dreams reality and the wisdom to become leaders. This is a proud occasion for everyone gathered here today, but especially for those of you who are receiving your degrees and for your friends and families who are sharing today with you. It's been a long and difficult road for you to get to where you are today, but I promise you, you will see over the upcoming days, weeks, months, and years, it has been well worth it. As college graduates, the chances are that you will live longer, have a fuller life, and yes, make more money than if you did not graduate from college. But when you receive your degree later on in the ceremony, this does not mean that you are done learning. Indeed, the name of this ceremony is commencement, not conclusion. You are at a new beginning, not an ending. I'd like to pause here for just a moment to acquaint our audience with our graduates. It's important that all of us know the folks who are beginning this next phase in their lives. So what we're going to do over the next few minutes is I will ask our graduates a series of some 6 or 7 questions. A couple of the questions will have part A and part B. And if the answer to the question in your particular case is yes, I'd like the members of the graduating class to stand, sort of your last final exam kind of stuff, okay? So if everybody's ready with the instructions, let's begin. Question number 1. How many of you are the first in your family to graduate from college? If you are, please stand. Question number 2. How many of you are married or in a committed relationship? Question number 3. How many of you are parents? Question number 4A. How many of you have held down a job while you attended KSU? You can probably figure out what question 4B is going to be. How many of you have held down more than one job? The next question requires a little bit of a preface. One of the many things that Kennesaw State University is proud of is that we emphasize for our faculty, for our staff, and for our students that you need to give something back to the community. So question number 5 is, how many of you during your time at KSU participated in community service activities? This is the point after these first 5 questions where I have to make the observation that for many of us here on the stage, and probably many of you in the audience when you attended college, it was basically a 4-year exercise where you concentrated on your studies. Obviously, our graduates have a heck of a lot more on their mind than just their studies. So, again, to all of our folks graduating, a wonderful job. Congratulations on being here today, given the incredible complexity of the lives that you lead. But another question, question number 6, again to illustrate how things have changed. Graduates, how many of you are on Facebook? Question number 7. How many of you Twitter? All right, last question. How many of you are Twittering now? What can you say? Obviously, we have an impressive and a diverse group of graduates. And this afternoon, it's time to celebrate what you have accomplished. Congratulations on a job well done. You deserve to be both pleased with yourselves and proud of yourselves. And you should also be proud of what will soon become, in a few minutes, your alma mater. Let me spend just a few minutes talking about Kennesaw State University, Georgia's third largest university, with over 70 degree programs ranging from bachelor degrees to doctorates. This afternoon, I want to discuss 2 values central to Kennesaw State University. The first is our intent to foster and create a truly diverse, inclusive, and welcoming community at KSU. And the second is a commitment to freedom of expression. Much of what I say reflects former Dartmouth President Jim Wright's 2004 convocation address. I'm an alum of Dartmouth, so I pay particular attention to what Dartmouth presidents are talking about. What Jim Wright said 5 years ago up in the Great White North is true today in Kennesaw as well, especially at times like we have today. The first objective I'd like to address an objective which has recently been elevated to the level of a KSU strategic goal, is the creation of a diverse, welcoming, and inclusive institution for all who wish to become part of the KSU community. This is a lofty but attainable goal. It requires hard work, it requires understanding, and it requires a willingness to understand those who are different than us. The second objective is a commitment to freedom of expression and the free exchange of ideas. Indeed, KSU is an academic institution marked by a need to know, to share what we know, and by a curiosity about what we do not know. At Kennesaw, we have wanted you, from your first day here, to reach beyond your comfort zone, to test yourself, to see who you are, and to see who you can become. Hopefully, during your time at KSU, you have done that. The most fundamental dialogue is often with yourself. Such introspection can only follow exposure to ideas different from those that you brought with you. Here at KSU, if we have done our job as faculty and staff, opportunities for such exposure have surrounded you. The free expression of ideas is a bedrock principle of KSU and of American life, even though not all that is thought or said is equally valid and true. An academic community, indeed a free society, rests on the freedom to think and to speak out. Speaking for the faculty and staff of KSU, we are proud of all of you, KSU's newest alumni. Go out there and show the world and yourselves what KSU alums can do. I am also pleased at this time to introduce this afternoon's commencement speaker. When Bill Dunaway was elected mayor